Haley, welcome to the BLND podcast.
Thank you for having me.
You're a lash tech.
Yes, I am.
Tell me a little bit about what you do.
So I am a licensed esthetician. I specialize in lash extensions and brows. I'm also a permanent makeup artist, so that means I tattoo eyebrows and lips for a living. People always get that, so they're like, what do you do? Like, permanent makeup? Like, what is that? Basically, I tattoo eyebrows and lip blush for a living. But yeah, I have my own studio. I opened November of 2025. After 4 years, I said, fuck it. I'm just gonna, open my own business. I was not ready at all. I had no funds to do it, but I was just so sick of working under people. I think it was just not no shade, no tea on other people, but it was just like, everybody works at their own pace, and my vision was a lot different than others, so I just said I had to do it my own way, and I've never been happier. I'm broke, but I've never been happier.
So what was the process like of finding the business space?
Oh, that was so hard because one, it's not like finding a rental space, right? Like you can hire like a real estate agent, you can look around yourself, and you can have all these different areas. Like you can tell someone, this is what I'm looking for. A lot of people, they just they go through like the real estate agent, they find what they need, they can go in and fix it up how they want it, and like boom, like you get your, not boom, but like you get your vision, right? Mm-hmm. But for me, I wasn't even ready to do a room rental, but I was definitely not ready to get my own like big salon. So it's hard because you have to go basically word of mouth. I looked on Facebook religiously every day. I was going through different people's Instagram, seeing if they had room rentals, or I was looking at basically anywhere I could see. And it's harder because now it's almost like a sublease. So now you're leasing in someone else's lease. So it's like I have two landlords to go through. So they have to double check like if things are good, and then I have to double check if things are good with them. So it's definitely different. I got lucky. I love where I am now. I love the little salon that I am in. It's not even little. Like, they are a Dominican family. They don't speak any English at all. And honestly, I love it. Not that because there's always like a miscommunication, not miscommunication, but like I can't talk to them. So it's like sometimes it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But the owner, she literally tries so hard to talk to me. Like, she will literally say, hey, how are you? Like, every single day. And she doesn't even understand when I say, I'm good. Like, how, like, I'm going to do this. Or like, how are you doing? Like, she doesn't even understand. Well, I think she does, but like she doesn't grasp like the whole understanding of it.
Yeah.
But she still tries so hard.
That's sweet.
And she every Saturday she comes in with the pastelillos, and she's always like, eat as much as you want. She's always like making everybody coffee. She'll make my clients coffee. That's money she's spending on like her clients. Like, obviously to take care of them, so that you want to take care of everybody in your space. But that's not even like her responsibility, and she will take care of my clients. She's so sweet.
Shout out to her.
Yes.
Shout out to
Maribel at La Belle Luxury Studio.
Shout out to her. So when you decided to find that you wanted to step away and get your own space, how long was like the preparation process of like, did you want to begin saving up before you quit what you were doing, or like you were just like fucking right away, you just started taking the next step to?
To be honest, I have bad ADHD. I have very impulsive moves. I did not think it through. I did not think one thing through. I literally got the space, and I was like, damn, I need a massage bed. Like, I need to do something like so my clients can be serviced on.
Yeah.
I started looking on Facebook Marketplace. I bought like a lash bed from like a big lash company. They were like selling it for like $50, and I was like, okay, I'm going. And I have a small car, so I was like, how am I going to do this? So thank God, shout out to my entire family. I'm the baby of the family, the youngest sibling, the youngest sister, also the youngest cousin, and they always pull through for me.
Shout out to them.
So I gave my cousin Johnny a call, and I was like, hey, I need you to help me in South Boston. And he's like, okay. So he did. He's been my handyman. He's my my handyman of it, like hanging my shelves up at the studio. He's helped me with my sink. He's helped me with everything there. So it's about the village you have.
Yeah, for sure. So if we backtrack a little bit, how'd you get into the beauty industry?
Interesting question. So I actually have a degree. I went to Merrimack College. I have a degree in political science and social justice. The original plan was to go to law school. So, actually, I wouldn't even say that's an original plan. Like, I didn't want to really go to college, but my dad is a survivor of the Khmer Rouge. So is my mom. My mom was an orphan through that war. So when I told my parents I really didn't want to go to college, they kind of like was like, oh, you know, I survived a war to give you a better life. And I was like, fuck, okay, I guess I'll go. So I went. I did not get accepted to a lot of colleges. I think I got accepted to 2. Merrimack College and Plymouth State. Like, I was not doing too good in school.
Better than zero. Better than zero.
Facts. Facts. So, Plymouth State, I went, and it was just like, I don't know, it was kind of like ghost townish. I didn't really like it. Merrimack College, I didn't even want to go to college. So it was like, I lived in Lowell at the time, so it was like 20 minutes away from home. I didn't want a dorm, but my parents were like, no, you gotta get the fuck out. Like, not even on like, they don't want to support me. It was just like I needed to learn how to be on my own.
Independent, yeah.
Because like I said, I'm the last one. I got everything my way.
Yeah.
So they're like, no, like I don't think they had the heart to be like stiffen me up a little bit. So they had to be like, no, you have to go out there and figure it out. Midway through my sophomore year, I asked my parents, I'm like, hey, like, can I go to esthetician school like during like at night? Like, because that's still something like I want to do.
Yeah. And
it was like this whole big ordeal. Like, what are you doing with your like? I don't know if like your parents, because I come from like a family where you're supposed to be like big. Like you went to America, you were supposed to make it big.
Yeah. And
I'm like, damn, I am the fuck up the family. Because my older sister, she's an accountant. She's a senior accountant. My middle sister, she's an electrical engineer. And so my mom was like, yes, this one's gonna be a lawyer. And then I graduated. I was like, nope. I don't even know where I was going with this. But basically, I wanted to go to esthetician school. My dad's like, absolutely not. Like, you literally are in school. Like, what else do you need? And I was just like, we're going back and forth. And it always would cause like a little argument. Shout out to my dad, though. Like, it wasn't always like, it wasn't that he just didn't want me to do it. It's just that he always wanted the best for me.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
The best that he knew was school.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I always begged and asked, and they were like, no. So COVID happened. I collected unemployment because I was a waitress. And eventually it was enough. And I said, I graduated college with my degree. And I studied for the LSATs and had a 5 a.m. crash out.
Jeez. Because
the LSATs, you know, those if Johnny had 5 apples, like math questions, it was that on crack. Like, I could not figure that shit out for the life of me. So I literally had a 5 a.m. crash out, and then I was looking up lash courses. I look at lash courses before I even went to school for aesthetics. And then I took a couple, and I said, I think I want to do this like full time. So after I graduated, this was like February. I was graduating in May of 2021. So after I graduated, I enrolled into Jupiter Beauty Academy in Boston and Dorchester. And my entire family was like, what's going on? What are you doing? And I was like, this is what I want to do. I gave you your degree. I'm even still in debt because of the degree.
Yeah.
But they saw that it was making me happier than like an actual 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Because I was an intern for like the Mayor of Lawrence. I was an intern for a lawyer, like a law firm. And both of it, like, I was just like, I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if I can like fake this personality.
Yeah.
Every day of like, hey, like, how are you? Like, you know, not that I don't care like how people are, but it's just like in the office setting, like,
it's a certain persona you have to have.
Yeah. So I just couldn't do it. Like, and then I got my license, and then I started working in different salons, and that's when I realized I really liked it, because like I didn't have to put a filter on between me and my clients. I didn't have to tell them like, hey, like that's kind of like you shouldn't really say that.
Yeah.
It's just me and the client's very intimate.
Yeah.
So whatever you say to me, I could care less. Not that I don't care about my clients, but I'm just saying like it's a safe space.
Yeah.
And I like that because then it's like I create better connections with people. And in every connection I have, everyone that walks through my lash salon, we have a genuine connection. Even if it's a newer clients are like a little harder to navigate because you got to feel them out a little bit. And it's nothing bad, but it's just like once they become a regular, that's when we start having fun. So it's like, yeah, like I see these people like maybe every 2 to 3 weeks, maybe every month, maybe every 6 months, but it's like we still have like a good connection. I have one girl that comes to see me and she just gets her eyebrows waxed every like 6 months. And it's like we have 20 minutes to catch up in that 6 months. Yeah. But it's still fun. Yeah,
I mean, after the first time AP went to you, she got in the car and she was like, oh my God, that girl's so fun. She's so fun to talk to. Like, and that was after the first time. So
see,
like,
and I love that. Not that I I hate like talking like about me. So like tooting my own horn, it's kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
But I always want that genuine connection, genuine feel because I remember one of my clients, she always said, you can judge me on what I do, but you will never judge my integrity. You know my intentions.
Yeah.
So after she said that to me, I was like, wow. I was like, I love that. Like, I want people to think about, like, the same way to me.
Yeah.
So, and she actually was my, like, so all my clients, they all have, like, some kind of meaning to me. So she was, like, my very first reoccurring client. She followed me through all the 4 or 5 salons I've been to. And now she was like one of the first people I took at my new salon.
Yeah.
She sent me her best friend. She sent me everybody in her circle. It came to a point where I forget what I did. She had a game night and I couldn't make it. She had game night every day after Thanksgiving. So that Friday, Black Friday. My family does Thanksgiving on Black Friday. So I could never go. So I like sent a cake with I forget with who. Oh, her best friend, because her best friend lives right next to the salon. So I dropped off a Tres Leches cake to her, and for some reason now I'm there for every holiday. They said that I have a seat at the holiday table. Like, I have to bring the cake.
That's good customer service.
And I was like, how did I become everyone's lash lady and cake lady? Like,
Yeah.
So, but that's what I mean. Like, it's just always the genuine connections that I like. I like meeting all these different peoples. I'm not seeing the same people every single day, besides the ladies that work at the salon, obviously. But it's like 3 or 4 of them. So it's like, it's never like heavy on you. Like, you know, when you like go into a setting and it's like, you see the same people, you do the same things, and it just weighs heavy on you.
Yeah.
I never feel that, and that's what I love.
That's good. Like,
so.
Yeah, I was going to ask, because we always talk about how when we're out and we're explaining blend to people, we're talking about how much we care about the impact it has on other people's lives. So, like, how important is it to you that you're able to create that safe space?
Well, actually, I found you guys on TikTok. And when I say the people around you matters, Blend had 2 events that I did not even go to, right? And here I am.
Yeah.
And that says a lot about them because I felt so bad. The first time I was bartending, I think. The second time, it was February, right? February was a hard month for me. I could not turn my swag on that month at all. And you guys were so understanding. And I was like, wow, these people, like, they really do care, like, about people. Like, and it's like, when you care about people, it's always a 2-way street, right? It's like who shows up for you and who you show up for. And right, so I mean, you guys have shown up for me, like you guys come to my lash salon or whatever, and I like tried to like help you with your first event with the giveaway and everything, but that was also like because I was trying to get my name out there too. So it was like a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
But when I saw you guys on TikTok, I saw there was like a video of your first event, and I liked like the whole idea of Blend. So I was like, oh, this is good, because I also didn't want to be in an industry where people are like just taking your money.
Yeah.
And I mean, I am a victim of that. Like I should charge more on certain things. I should do a lot more on certain things. But then when people ask me for prices, I'm like, oh my God, like I feel so bad. Like, it's just like so hard.
Yeah.
Because like this economy is trash right now. Like, and I don't know about you guys, but my parents are like, where are the kids? I'm like, bro, in what economy can I have kids right now?
For sure.
And my mom's like, I had 2 kids by like 22. And I'm like, damn, I could barely wake up at 22. Like,
Yeah.
how could you do that? But like, times are so different. So when people are like, oh, you should charge more and do all that, I'm like, yeah, I should. But like, I feel bad. You never know what someone's going through. So I'm like, whatever. Sometimes I'll just eat it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, eventually I get to the point where like I'll start being more stern about it. I have learn to be more stern about cancellation policies. I still feel guilty because from my perspective, why are you paying if you didn't get service?
Yeah.
But I mean, from the client's perspective, but my perspective is that I held the slot for you, you committed to it, and then you just canceled like maybe day of and I can't fill it.
Yeah.
And this is how I make my living.
Yeah. Like, you don't get paid.
Yeah,
so
I don't
like,
get paid hourly. I get paid by what I do.
Yeah.
And if you don't show up, then there goes my money out of the door.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that, but it's true. But then that's when people start taking advantage.
Yeah. No.
So it's hard.
No, it is. Like, I think, especially if you're, I think, a genuinely, like, nice person, like, you say you're thinking about the client's perspective, like, it's difficult balancing, like, the professionalism of having an actual business with, like, making sure people get treated fair. But the one thing I'm going to say is that AP's only been to you once or twice, I think, even though you guys have texted a lot.
Yeah.
And the one thing throughout the months, even though you haven't been able to come to events and stuff, she always mentions your name about, like, the experience she had with
God,
you.
Stop.
Like, when we were talking about podcast guests, you were one of the first names to come up.
Stop,
so, like,
really?
like,
oh my God.
She walked away. She wasn't like, oh, she's so cheap, I'd go back. She was just like, it was just such a good experience to be there and talk to her. She felt genuine. We're going to hang out and, like, all that sort of stuff. So you're definitely providing, like, a good service for the community.
Oh, I feel honored.
And the genuine stuff comes across, for sure.
Well, yeah, first-time clients are hard because your eyes are closed for 2 hours. So, you know, like, my anxiety would go through the roof.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine other people's anxiety. Plus, it's a closed door. Like, you know, you never know what could happen. Like, every time I'm somewhere, it's like, I don't know why I always think of the worst things ever possible. But then I'm always just like, I need an escape route. So I think of like that with my clients, and I have to like, I'm like, okay, I need to make sure they are as comfortable as they can be. So I will right out the bat be like, hey, you want to go, like, I'll give you a blanket. Like, you tell me if you need a break, whatever. Like, and I did have one client who was like, she had high functioning anxiety. So out the blue, like, sometimes she'd be like, oh, I just need a break. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I take all the tape off of her. I do everything. And I'm like, take your time. And it got to a point where, like, I blocked out extra time for her so that just in case if she needed that time, it was there for her.
That's good.
But how other people view it is that I would block off like 30 minutes, right? So sometimes sometimes I don't even eat lunch. Like, I used to be working through the day, but that's something I chose to do.
Yeah.
But like, other people are like, oh, you could take another brow wax, like that's $30, or you could take your lunch during there and you could be recharged for the rest of the day and take like 5-6 more clients. And I'm like, no, that's not how it is. It's like, you want to provide a safe space for everybody so that they feel more comfortable coming back. And when you provide that safe space for people, they recommend other people to you.
Yeah.
So it's like, I want to do this in the most genuine aspect as possible. I don't want people to be like, oh, I felt rushed. Like, she just wanted me out the door.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like, she just uses cheap product material. She upcharges and it doesn't even last or whatever. Like, no, I want to be the girl that you can always be like, she is the best. Like, you know, she provides such a safe space. Like, you can talk to her about anything and it's always safe with her. Girls talk a lot, like the girls talk. And it's so fun. Like, sometimes you click with clients off the bat and they'll say like the wildest shit ever, but I match that energy. Like, I would be like, yes, girl. Like, and they'll tell me like the craziest thing ever. Like, they will like tell me like, oh, like, I did so-and-so last night and I like met this guy, or I like was talking to this guy and I like like he bought me all these drinks and I just ghosted, and I'm like, period, as you should. But but that's what I mean, is that they tell me all these things and it's so funny.
Yeah.
And then like for me, because I go bartending after work, right? So I come home and I'll go to sleep and I come back and I go to the salon. Once in a blue moon, I'll go out. And I'll have the same exact stories for them. And they're like, yes, I love, like, they're like, I live for these stories because you're so funny. And I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm reliving, like, my college days. Like, because, like, you know, all that girl talk. Like, sometimes they'll come in and, like, you know, that debrief moment, like, you have with your friends the next day, they'll do that with me. So it's so funny. Like, everyone's like, I'm sorry if I'm sharing too much. I'm like, girl, you're not sharing enough. So that's why I like doing this so much, because it's like all the different personalities you meet. I've learned to, and it's like I get to pick and choose who's in my space. Yeah. So it's like if the vibes are off, like I won't be like, no, I don't want to take you anymore. But obviously you'll come and I'll learn that person. I'll learn like what they're comfortable with, or like learn what they like to talk about, learn what they like to listen to. And that's how like I have to like, that's like the different personas, right? Yeah. That we talked about earlier for like the settings of like the office. Yeah. That's basically what I got to do. But that's different because now I'm still providing a safe space for somebody to come to get their beauty service, because they're not spending, like, if they're getting their eyebrows waxed, they're spending 20 minutes with me, but lash extensions, they're spending like an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe even 3 with like permanent makeup and all that. So that's why I'm like, you always have to provide the safe space for the clients, and I'm sure you guys want to do the same thing with BLND too.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's like you said, like, it's at the end of the day, word of mouth. So like if people tell other people that, oh, these guys, they didn't treat me well, or if people say that about you, the other people are not gonna
it's always word of mouth. You can always promote on social media, but if someone sees that they follow you and they ask you like, hey, how was your experience, right, there goes like your opportunity, right? It could go either way. It could go either really bad or really good, and you always want to strive for the really good, because word of mouth is everything.
And people underestimate how important genuineness is, because like you could always put on a front like you do at the office, for example, or something, but people can tell, because we're all humans, we understand emotions, so people could tell. Have you had any like crazy experiences with any client appointments, or did somebody like maybe crash out over some shit they didn't like or something? You could
No. I've never had people crash out they didn't like. I tell them, I'm like, I'll be more upset if you told me you like them and you don't. Okay, that's like, good. Because I'm like, that hurts me. Like, I don't want you to walk out. Even if I have a client after, if you really don't like it, like, let's accommodate. Let's figure something out. I have a full day, right? Come back at the end of the day. I'll fix you up however you like. If you can't, I'll do it the next day. I'll try to fit you in somewhere, because at the end of the day, like, the beauty industry, like, we don't really do refunds because of time and product use. But I will, to the best of my abilities, fix the situation. Now, with the crazy situation, I don't think so. I think it's just a lot of with permanent makeup, because it's a tattoo gun. A lot of people are skeptical because it's a tattoo on your face. So I get like a lot of older women that are just like more like suspicious about what you're doing, because the tattoo machine is a newer technique. Back in the day, they had handheld tools. So it was like it was almost like a pencil. So you could have more control of it. You can, it didn't make a noise. It didn't look bulky. So like, they weren't really scared, because at the end of the day, it looked just like a pen. So a lot of my older clients, they get a little skeptical about the tattoo machine. But that's really it. You just really gotta like talk them through it. Like, tell them what you're doing. Tell them. Sometimes you gotta say step by step. And if you're not willing to do that, I don't think you should be a beauty provider. Because sometimes it needs that step by step process to make them feel comfortable. A lot of people have anxiety. I don't think a lot of people like. Oh, a lot of people know that, but like a lot of people aren't considerate of it. If someone comes in and they're already nervous, like, you have to just walk them through it, because now that they know what they're doing, and it makes them a lot more comfortable. And I feel like you're the same way. People, a lot of anxiety. Like, I had so much anxiety coming up here. But even when you take pictures, like at the photo shoots, or like, like people hitting you up to edit stuff, they're probably like, don't judge me.
Yeah,
Or like, you know,
definitely.
like, so it's like very vulnerable, and you have
It
to
is.
like, you have to basically be very considerate of how they are feeling in that moment.
Yeah, I'm sure it's also different, a little more even for the beauty industry because that's like your face. That's like, and if you're getting people who use their face for their work or modeling and stuff, like they're a lot more particular about
Yeah.
the beauty standards. So if I go back a little bit, you were talking about how your parents reacted to you wanting to go in this lane. Have they warmed up a little bit more to it, or like when you decide to open your own business?
Oh yeah,
was
my
it-
parents talk about it all the time.
Okay.
So now they're like, oh, like now I don't know how it is in your community, right? But because I'm Cambodian Chinese, my dad is Chinese born in Cambodia. I don't know what war my grandpa fled from, but he fled from a war in China. He ended up in Cambodia. My grandma on my dad's side is Chinese born in Cambodia. My mom is fully Cambodian. Sorry for the family history. But it's very like, my kid is doing this. What about yours?
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why they always wanted me to do the most, because
Yeah.
they want to be like, well, what is your kid doing?
Yeah.
And it's it's not a bad thing. It's just like what they grew up
That's
and how
just the
they know
community.
things,
Yeah.
right? So my mom was like, I think my mom was more supportive than my dad, because I would always do things on my mom's like hair. I was waxing my mom's like eyebrows when I was like 13 from like a wax thing from Sally's. So when I said that to her, she's like, well, you've always been good at that. Like, I think you can actually really do good in that aspect. My dad, though, he was a little more skeptical. He was like, you know, the whole, I survived a war.
Yeah.
I saved up money so you can go to school, like, you know, and all that. So I like felt really guilty. And it's, like I said, he just wanted better for me, and that's what he knew what was better for me.
Yeah.
And I don't know, are your parents immigrants too?
Yeah.
So it's like they always have to like have that persona to like, you
Yeah.
know, not fit in, but like, you know, to kind of like assimilate to our society, like the
Yeah.
American society.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, they took a risk to come here, so they
Yeah.
want to make sure you're utilizing,
good. Yeah.
you know, and you have a safety net of
Yeah.
not quote unquote wasting the opportunity.
Yeah.
But I always say this, that for my parents, and I say for all immigrant parents, because they took that risk to come here, we can take the risk to do our own business or something, right?
Facts.
So it's like
I
you
gotta
kind
tell
of
my dad that one.
yeah, like you kind of have to utilize it as a stepping stone to keep pushing up.
Yeah.
Because this is just my thinking. Like, if I end up in the same position my dad did, I failed because he started me off at where he's ending, right? So I should be using that to propel myself forward.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why I'm so big on pushing my friends and pushing people I know to do better.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, again, why we started BLND.
Yeah.
So, but I understand, like, parents are going to have that safety net because, like you said, they want the best for their kid. So.
Yeah, I mean, they always bring up my 401k and all that, and my like what retirement. I was like, yeah, I'll worry about that later. And they're like, no, you can't. And I was like, it's fine, whatever. But I know my dad at like 18 was like, he learned about life insurance, and he's like, I should have done this when you were younger. And when I was like, life insurance, like, what are you trying to do? Kill me? Like, what the fuck? But he was like, no, it's actually really good for you.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've had my life insurance, but like 401k and like retirement, don't ask me about that. So they want us to have that safety net so that when we retire well.
Yeah.
Which I understand. Like, I think about that often. I think about, even my sisters, they tell me to, like, my sister's an accountant. Obviously, she's going to give me all the accounting, like, lectures. So she's always like, make sure you, like, look into 401ks and,
Yeah.
like, you know, all that. And I'm like, yeah. So it's pros and cons. Like, you take a risk with certain things. Like, I'm not making enough yet to be able to, like, do the 401ks and all that yet. Maybe I'm not making enough. Maybe I just don't know how to budget right, but here we are. But when my dad was like looking into all that, he was just like, that's what I want, is that so you could retire well, that you don't have to work as long as I did. And I'm like, but no matter what, you're at the end of the day, their immigrant parents are gonna work till the day they die.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, what lesson are you trying to give me here?
Yeah.
Like, my dad got thyroid surgery and sent me off with my aunt to Cambodia for a summer. And he came I came back and homeboy was still working, and I'm like, he can barely move his neck. Like, he's like, you know how you can like navigate your neck like this? He's like moving his whole body.
Oh wow.
And I was like, you're insane for that. And I remember I was like in the 6th grade, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So it's like, at the end of the day, like, you're gonna give them a little more grace because this is all they know. For my parents, I don't know what they saw in the war, so I'm like always trying to give them a little more grace. My mom, like I said, was an orphan in the war, so she came here. I think she came here with her brother. I'm not sure. I don't really like to ask those questions because then it's like, you know, my mom's a little sensitive. Sometimes she's really like
takes them back a little bit, yeah.
So, like, who wants to relive their trauma, right?
For
like,
sure.
For us, it's like, I want to know my history, but, like, for them, it's still so new.
Definitely,
Like, you know, they're more of, like, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
So I always have to, like, tread lightly about that. That's why I really don't know what war my grandpa, like, fled from. I was assuming it was World War II, but I was like, I don't know the timelines. Maybe it was the Korean War, like, I don't know. I maybe sound ignorant because I don't know, but I really don't, because it's like, every time I try to ask for family history, it's like you get 7 different perspectives. My dad is one of 9. So I can ask him something and I can ask another aunt or uncle something totally different.
Yeah.
They could be like, that didn't happen. I'm like, what the fuck? So my dad just pulled this out of his ass, and I go back to my dad and he's like, that didn't happen. I'm like, what the fuck? So it's hard because you want your parents to be happy at the end of the day, but it's also like, you also need to be happy.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, I don't know how your parents felt about Blend, if they were like the same way, but my dad, like, now he's proud. He doesn't know what's in my bank account, but he's proud. He's proud. He will tell people that I own a salon. But the thing is that they don't grasp certain understanding. So when he tells people I own a salon, they think I own this huge salon, like, with workers and all that. I'm like, no, honey, I'm a one-man show. It's just me. It's just me and my cousin Johnny who does my maintenance. I do feel bad sometimes, but at the end of the day, like, I've seen so many people do so many good out of, like, owning their own business. Yeah. So it's all a risk, you know, pros and cons. But I'm sure, like, at the end of the day, we're all, like you said, you want to be genuine. I wanted to be genuine out of all this, and people are just gonna come to you because of that. Yeah. So that's a win for my book, honestly.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. And, like, you're going to keep growing at the end of the day. So it's like your dad saying that it's just out of being proud of presenting what you've done, which is like one of the bigger achievements.
Yeah. But like I said, he's telling people I own a salon, and they probably think it's like this whole big thing. It's a little misleading. Yeah. But he is. Like, the thing is that it's how he says it, and, like, you know, and all that. So it's kind of like bittersweet. Yeah. Like, you know, like many fights about what I'm doing with my life, especially because I'm the last one, so they're always just, like, more worried. Yeah. But throughout all the fights and all that, I think I'd hope he's proud of me. Yeah. But yeah.
So off of that, what do you think something like is something people, like, really underestimate about starting your own business?
All right. Let me think about when I started, actually, because I thought once I opened my own, like, salon, like, clients were just going to trickle in. Like, that's just it. February was so slow for me. I probably had 1 or 2 person, like, a week, and that was probably, like, my regulars. To be totally transparent, like, I'm not making, like, I had a good clientele base, but, like, you know, it's like January, people stop coming to get their services done. It's like a wave of people. So throughout the summer, I really don't get that busy. People think I do, but people, like, they want to save their funds for, like, traveling, and like, you know, they want to do so much in the summer. The kids are out of school, so they can't come during, like, their school hours because, you know, they need to be home. So summer, it slows down for me. It picks up for me during when people go back to school. People go back to school, then there's Halloween, then there's Thanksgiving, then there's Christmas, then there's New Year's, and then Valentine's Day. After that, it's like a ghost town. And then it picks up again for, like, prom and, like, you know, like, all those summer events and all that. So I thought I was good. I thought, like, hey, these clients love me, which they do. But it's not even that. It's just like those waves are real. Like I didn't think those waves were real.
Yeah.
So when I was there in February, I was like, this is insane. And I was like, dang, did I make a mistake? I was like looking at like 9-to-5 jobs on Indeed. Like, what should I do with my life?
Yeah.
But no one prepared me for like the unsteadiness of it. I personally should have known because that wasn't like the first time it happened. But it was like I had responsibilities now.
Yeah.
So before it was like, okay, whatever. But now I'm like, dang, I have rent. I have to buy supplies. I have to do this. I have to do that. So it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Thank God I had my bartending job.
Yeah.
I've always kept like a side serving job since college. Was my parents proud of me doing that too? No. But now they're like more of like, oh, they see how it's like fast, quick money. So they're like, okay, whatever. You have no responsibilities. Like, I don't have kids to like worry about or anything like that. So they're like, whatever. But I was not prepared for that unsteadiness. And now I know better because prom season's coming up. But then I know that in the summer it's going to be slower. So I have to like, you know, pick and choose like what I have to do, what I have to order, just more budgeting on that end.
Yeah. People don't realize that, like, if you have a business and stuff, like, if you don't get the customer base, your rent is due regardless.
Yeah.
If you get 5 people, you get 50 people. You got to pay rent. So, at least, like, as you learn, like, even we're in the process of learning of, like, you know, how we're going to plan around different shoots and when we got to get our money out.
Because, baby, when that first of the month comes, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? And I was paying my rent and the salon rent for the longest time.
Oh, yeah.
So that was 2 rents. And granted, my rent for my apartment was not that much. It was like $900 something in Boston, which is really good. But it was 4 people, 1 bath.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. But I made do because I wasn't home.
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I wasn't home. The only time I was home was when I had to sleep. So that first month when I realized like I have to pay my rent. Oh, I got to pay the salon rent too. I was like, oh, that's like $1,800 I need to come up with. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I did not even make that in revenue this month. Yeah. So it was like definitely hard. It was like I knew it, but it didn't really hit me.
It doesn't hit you till like that. You know? I have to pay it.
Yeah, because I always had the mentality is like I always make the money. Like I'll go pick up a bartending shift. I'll go do this. I'll go do that. And then first someone comes, I'm like, oh, I don't think I got that. Yeah. So it's hard. That's I think my biggest not lesson, but like it was like really like hit me in the face. I'm like, whoa, I have so many responsibilities. Yeah. As a business owner, I understand why people like no shade to people who want to do 9-to-5s. It's so some people thrive in the 9-to-5 because they like the routine. Like I've worked a 9-to-5 for like a year, and my routine that was the healthiest I've ever been. Yeah, like laundry was always done. Yeah, like I was eating 3 meals. Yeah, and not because like I schedule it. It's because like I had all that time. Yeah, the people that thrive in that that's good for them. Yeah. Right. But I feel like for me, I like the chaos. Yeah. So I thrive in the chaos environment more. When I had one Karen that I worked with in the 9-to-5. She doesn't live in Massachusetts, thank God. So I feel like I could talk about it. She would always come to me and like always try to talk about like her life and all that and talk about her kids. And I'm like, ma'am, your kids are like 40 years old. I'm like, what, 22? Like, working in this office job? Like, I'm literally, what's that TikTok thing? Like, I'm a young hoe. like, I came in with ripped jeans. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, because everyone worked from home. So, like, when I would try to go on the days where no one was there. Yeah. So, I came in with ripped jeans and, like, a Nike sweater. Yeah. Like, at least I made it, you know?
The bar is low. But
you know, I didn't get fired. So she complained that she didn't have an office with the skyline view, and I was like, for your position, I don't think you should be having an office. Like you were never that serious.
Oh my God.
So but that's what I mean. It's like the entitlement. She's been there since the company started. So it's like everyone gave her what she wanted. Yeah. I think that lady was like my peak crash out of like 9-to-5. because I would even go get like, so it was like a big office building, right? I was on the 17th floor. On the bottom was like a Starbucks. I would go get coffee, and she would like always like look to see where I was going, and like if I came back, she would always like peep that I got a coffee.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, are you snitching on me? Like what? Like, you know, like I just want to go get my coffee. I even talked to my manager. I was like, hey, I just want you to know, like, I went to go get a coffee, and like so and so is just like all up in my business. She's like, yeah, who cares? Like, you know, you need to go stretch your feet. Like, you're working in the office. Like, you know, like your back is gonna hurt. Like, you know, like you just need to take a walk. Who cares?
Yeah.
I was like, all right, as long as you know and I know,
I'm good.
that's good, because I don't want this girl to come back and like saying the most. When it was
people in offices, the older people, they be on some hating shit, no cap.
Yeah.
Because they be, when they see younger kids, like,
the young hoes rolling through, they're like, what the fuck?
Like, yo, I gotta go support a whole family at home, and they're just living life. They be throwing shade.
Yeah.
They be
because like, and also like what blows my mind is that like obviously everyone gets paid in the office differently, but I want to say, what was I making in that office? It was like 2022. I think my salary was like 48,000 or something like that, maybe even lower. 48 was like kind of highballing it. I forget. I could barely support myself. And these ladies had to go home, take care of their kids, take care of like their husbands, like do all this on the same salary as me. I was like, yo, this is wild.
In this economy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, like, but like some like you know, people have been there like a little longer, so like they obviously get paid a little more and all that. So I'm like, okay, I see that, but I'm like, I'm kind of in the same bracket, man.
Yeah.
Like how you making a living? Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
But they be budgeting like crazy, so they got it.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
But
I can't.
me, I'm gonna go have some fun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go enjoy.
Me with my lashes done, my nails done, like.
I'm gonna go on a trip or something.
Yeah.
You mentioned the bartending job.
Yeah.
What is it like balancing that with your business?
I thought it was going to be a lot easier because when I was serving, like, so when you serve, and I was a server first for a long time and then I became a bartender. When you think of, like, the serving shifts, like, people are like, oh, I'm going to go get dinner, like, 5, 6 o'clock, like, right? Or, like, 7. So I'm like, okay, like, that's good. Then I can go to work right after, right? My shift starts at, like, 3 or 4. So it's like I actually have to do the mornings and like the middays at the salon. And then I gotta, like right now my shift starts at 4, so I have to stop at 3. So my last appointment would be like 1:30. And that's on the weekdays. On the weekends. I only bartend on the weekends, luckily.
Yeah.
So on the weekdays I'm there a lot later. But on the weekends I'm done 1:30 and I have to go bartend. And then I'm not home until like 1.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so, but honestly, I don't even sleep anyway, so it's like not that big of a deal. No,
that's a different issue we're gonna talk about.
You're like, that's something you should talk to your doctor about. No, it's just, I don't sleep that well at night anyways. Like, when I was working for somebody else and I was fully booked and was working like 8 hours straight, I'd be exhausted. I could not bartend after. But now it's just like I have more leniency because I'm not that fully booked.
Yeah.
So I'm not as tired.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, I can sit there. Like I'll take 2-3 clients a day and then go to bartend. I would say it's about the company you work for. Like I said, people need to be genuine, right?
Yeah.
Where I bartend now, they're so genuine. Like I work with them, they work with me.
Okay.
Like it's a hotel, so like when I used to work at like a restaurant, like the morning shifts were at like 10 a.m. So if you did a double, you would work at 10 a.m. and then the 3 o'clock shift would start.
Sheesh.
So you could either, if you were doing a double, you would go to break, come back, and then start like working the night shift. For the hotel, it's different. Like I get more benefits than a regular than an actual restaurant.
Yeah.
So I get, to be totally transparent, if I was serving in a restaurant or bartending, I'd probably make like $6 an hour plus my tips. Here at the hotel, I make $12 an hour plus my tips.
Oh, wow.
And I get sick time.
Sheesh.
So it's like...
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, my managers, I love them down. They work with me. I work with them. Like sometimes they need help in the morning. And granted, it's 5:30 in the morning where I need to go in because it's the hotel.
Yeah.
Breakfast starts at 6:30.
Yeah.
I'll do it once in a while. I won't do it all the time. But because they see that I'm like, I work with them and they work with me, they're always a little more lenient with me. They will always be like, if I'm a little late or anything like that, they like totally understand. Sometimes they even set the bar up for me. Because I remember one time my manager called me and he was like, can you work tonight? And I was like, I won't be there until like 6, honestly.
Yeah.
And my shift starts at 4. And he was like, and they can't collect tips. Because if you're in Massachusetts and you're a manager in a restaurant, you can't collect tips because you're salaried.
Yeah.
Because now the state is saying that you're taking away from the people
who are working on it. Yeah.
So they can't take any of the tips. Granted, sometimes managers will take cash tips because it's under the table. My manager opened the bar for me and he stayed there for the 2 hours, gave me all the cash tips. And I was like, and that's how I knew, like, oh, like, he's a real one.
Spot.
Yeah.
It's a nice,
he's a real one.
It's a nice one.
So even if I'm like 15, 20 minutes late, they're like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. Like, we know you're working. But everyone there, like, it's like the whole concept of family in the corporate place scares me.
Yeah.
But here, it's like they actually kind of care about you. So I'm like, I roll with it. I'm like, yeah, this is okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Balancing it has been a lot easier because of that
environment.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. For anybody looking to get into your field, what kind of licensing, training, certifications, like what kind of stuff do you need to like actually be valid?
It's so weird. Okay, it's so weird because in the state of Massachusetts, you need to go get your aesthetic license or cosmetology license, right? Whatever you want to specialize in, they won't really teach you. It's like how you know how like when you go to class, sometimes they don't really teach you, they just teach you how to pass? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's basically it. No shade or anything, but that's just how it is. So you have to spend a lot of money because now you got to go and you have to go and look for classes and other estheticians that specialize in that and like got it down and know how to teach you. Now, the question is that the big question is, do they know how to teach?
Yeah. Because
sometimes people just want money.
Yeah.
So it's like my permanent makeup artist instructor, me and her, we beef so much. I love her to death now. LL Brows Academy in Abington, the best instructor you could ever get. We beef. This lady was pregnant and I was beefing with her. Like, I felt so bad, but I was paying $1,000 a month. Like, I wanted to get my money's worth.
Yeah.
And till this day, I get lunch with her, and every now and then she's like, "You were the hardest student I ever had." Like, she's like, "I didn't think we'd come this far." And I was like, "Well, thanks for being honest." She would sit there with me until I got it. And sometimes too, like, so how the training worked was I had to do an apprenticeship. In the apprenticeship, I had to do X amount of hours. I think it was 100 hours. So I didn't get it in that 100 hours. And people will charge you more to come and train more. Mm-hmm. She wouldn't. She had apprenticeship days every Wednesday. So she would be there every Wednesday with all her apprentices. And if I struggled, she would literally be like, okay, come back on a Wednesday. And I'll help you. No charge. Nothing. She would not make an extra dime off of me. Yeah. She's like, and at first I was like, oh my God, I'm going to beef with this lady so bad. Like, like $1,000 a month. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it ended up being so worth it because I remember I wasn't getting color theory. Like, color theory was not like a thing I was like understanding. And she was teaching a class. She was teaching her fundamentals class, which people pay $6,000 for. Yeah. So I told her, I was like, hey, like, I'm still having a little trouble about like color theory. She's like, we're going to do color theory on this day and this day. You can come to the class. I was like, okay. I was like, do you want me to pay you? No, just come to the class. You were my student. You were my student first. You'll always be my student. Come to the class. I'll teach you. And it helped me because I learned it first and then I got the apprenticeship experience. But then I had trouble linking the two. Basically, what happened was there was the disconnect of linking it from the book to the real life.
Okay.
So when I went back to the book after having the real life experience, I got it right away. Damn, my hands are so dry, but I got it right away. It's that genuine connection. Like she needs to make a living.
Yeah.
You know, she was pregnant. she needs to make a living for her child. Like she needs to live and make, like, she is an immigrant too from Brazil. She needed to make a living in like an unknown place that she barely knows.
Yeah.
But she was so genuine. She did not ask for extra money. She wanted me to learn. She wanted me to succeed.
Yeah. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
She's real.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, you have to find the good instructors to help you. Like, my instructor of where I went to beauty school, I go visit her all the time. The structure of it, it's just how it is. Like, you know, that's how they teach you everything, but they don't teach you like the depths of it. Like, they'll teach you like all like the facials, the waxing and everything, right? They'll teach you how to do it to, like, if you want to specialize in it and if you want to learn like everything, you have to go out and learn that on your own, and it costs more money. I don't know why it's like that, but that's just how it is.
What does a typical appointment look like? Like, how long does it take for lashes?
Oh my God, it takes like 2-3 hours, an hour and a half if you're getting filled. So basically, everyone comes back and I check on like how much lashes they have left. Everyone's different. And there's a lot of people that are like, if you have less than like 50% of your lashes, you got to get a new full set. Girl, then you're going to scare them away. I need that money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, life happens. Things happens. Your lashes are not always going to stay. It's semi-permanent. It's not permanent. So
I'd be pulling mine out. It's
really low-key, me too. Low-key, me too.
I just be watching my money get plucked away. She's like...
Yo, do you see it on the pillows?
Yes. My pillows.
Oh my God. Okay, fun fact. One time I went to a guy's house. It was like a sneaky link. It was like a first time sneaky link. One and done only. I found lashes in his fucking sink and I was like,
oh, hell no.
I was like, is this new from like last night? Or like, you just don't clean your sink? I was like, wow.
There's no right answer to that.
Oh my God. I was so appalled. I was like, whatever. I never talked to that man again. But yeah, they come in. Everything happens. Like, you know, some people, like, they get stressed and pick their lashes. Is that ideal? No. Is that ideal for anything? Like, some people get stressed and they pick their brow hairs.
Yeah.
You can't control that. Life happens. I'm a messy sleeper. My mom used to tell me I sleep like a clock. Like, you know, those rotating clocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom tells me I sleep like a clock all the time. I used to kick her and like XYZ. I'm better now, I think, but I sleep on a king size bed alone, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So life happens. Like, I'm not gonna change my sleep for fucking lashes.
Yeah.
Like, I tell you to. Yeah, it's because your lashes, just how you're sleeping. But I know that. Like, I know I'm the problem. I'm not gonna go in and be like, well, what happened?
Yeah, just like realistically.
Yeah.
People just have shit.
So the whole 50%, whatever, I say about 30 to 40% come back with your lashes, I'll be fine. You come back with 20, I'll still be fine. It shouldn't be fine, but I am.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, like, I always, like, it's always, like, a fun mini catch-up session with my regulars. Like, I always ask them what they do. Like, I try to remember what happened the last time, and I'll ask them about it. And they'll, like, always, like, they'll always keep up with me too.
Yeah.
So it's so funny because it's like we're like besties, but like we don't see each other.
Temporary besties.
Yeah, we don't see each other unless it's like in the salon. But some other clients, yeah, I do hang out with. I have a friend who owns a hair salon in Dorchester Ave called Stylistic, and she is my beauty industry big sister. She taught me a lot about like being genuine in the industry. I went to her like 15-year or 16-year anniversary. Most of it was her clients of like years. And they were all like, oh, so you do her lashes. I was like, yeah. And they're like, she's like, she speaks so highly of you and da-da-da-da-da. And all these girls have been seeing her for like almost 10 years.
That's far.
Even when I first met her, this is so funny. I never even told her this. Her name is Becky. So when I first met her, you know how when you like, not overshare, but like when you like kind of sometimes you feel like you weigh a lot on people. Yeah. I felt like that at first with her, and I was like, okay, I need to like, you know, back off a little bit. But she was like all in it. She's like in there, like she'll fight for you. You'll meet her one time, she will fight for you. So she taught me like it's to be like, because everyone's like, you should be professional with your clients. Like you need that professionalism, or else they're not going to respect you, right? Yeah. Which I get, but also the professionalism goes back to like having that fake persona.
Yeah.
And she taught me like you don't need to do that. Like they can still respect you and respect your business and be a really good client, and you can be friends. At first I was like I kind of skeptical of it, like in the beginning of my career, like my clients, like I'm like, dang, I get along so well with these people, but I can't see them out of like my appointments. That's kind of weird because like you know everything about me, you know who I'm seeing, like you know my family. Like recently I gave my niece a haircut and everyone kept roasting me about it. But you know, like the little Asian like bowl cuts. Yeah, we had to give her one. Like, are you kidding me? They'll ask me about my niece. Like, they'll ask me about everything. Like, you know, like, and it's so genuine. So she taught me how like you can be genuine with your clients. You can be genuine. You can be friends with them, and they can still respect you. And I think moving forward is when I was like, okay, like I'm getting the grasp of this. Like, I don't need to be professional, like they say in the books. Like, I don't need to be like fake about it, right? Because when I went to her anniversary, oh my God, everyone there didn't have one bad thing to say about her. They're always like talking highly of her.
That's big.
And she's been doing this for like 15 years. So even now, like sometimes I have like when I have trouble, like I'll call her.
Yeah.
And she will be in the salon, like behind the chair, taking a client. She'll pick up, and it's crazy. And if she doesn't pick up, she'll text you, "Hey, I'll call you in a second." But she sent me so many of her clients too. Like everyone, like all her clients, like I need some lashes done. She'll call me right away. And like I'll pick up because like, you know, that's my friend.
Yeah.
I'll always pick up. And it's like, sometimes it could be like just talking. And sometimes she's like, I need an appointment to stay. And I'm like, okay, looking at my phone, like, I got you. I don't even take deposits or like cards or anything from her clients because that's how much they respect her. And so I know they're not going to do anything to me. Like not do anything, but like I know they're going to show up. Yeah. I know they're going to show up. Like when I was there, they was like, if she recommends you, we're going.
Yeah.
So I was like, and that's like how I want to be with my clients. That's who I want my clients to, like, when my clients talk about me, I want them to be like how her clients talk about her.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, like the genuine part. Like it's hard to navigate. I bet you see it all the time too with Blend. Like it's really hard to navigate between being really genuine and really wanting to make money out of this.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like you still gotta eat.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you still got bills to pay.
Yeah.
So she taught me a lot in that aspect because sometimes like I did become friends with like my old like coworkers and all that, and like sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. That's life. But she taught me like you can still have that good relationship and still be a good like a business partner. You can still be a good person in business, like having your clients, like all that.
Yeah.
And funny enough, my first reoccurring client I was talking to you about earlier, she was the one that recommended me her. So she recommended me her hairstylist, and then now that hairstylist recommends me to everybody. Always word of mouth.
That's good. Besides like the genuineness, what other like skill set do you think has helped you grow in your business?
You mean my yapping? Like I could yap. My political science degree, like it's always when I was in class, like it was always like, what do you think about these political views and all that? So it's always like in class we're talking about like gun rights, right?
Yeah.
Or like all that rights, right? And sometimes like people didn't always agree with you. I was always like, I'm a hard liberal, and I was always like for the people. And I think I was always for the people because of my parents. You know, they always grew up in like such a hard time, and like they came over with nothing. So like obviously for the people, like I want them to succeed. But other people don't understand that, which is, I mean, not okay, but you know, it happens. But I think my political science degree helped me navigate hard conversations with people. So, because I do get some clients that I don't agree with their views, but I don't outright be like, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm always just like, well, like, I'll try to talk it out with them. I'll see their perspective, because sometimes their perspective is valid.
Yeah.
They could be hard Republicans and all that, and they tell me their perspective, and I was like, oh, that's kind of valid.
Yeah.
But I still don't agree with you.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. It's like that my political science degree and the classes helped me navigate a lot of those hard conversations. It also helped me understand how to make it not read people, but like how to make them more comfortable.
That's big.
Because like I said, I'm in a 60 square foot room.
Yeah.
With a door, no windows, anything could happen.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I didn't learn I was claustrophobic until recently, you know. Some people probably don't even know they're claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Once I shut that door, all hell will break loose and, you know, they could have that anxiety.
Yeah.
So the skill set of being able to like kind of be able to provide a comfort space, be able to have those hard conversations, because listen, sometimes some of my clients, I'll tell them straight up, like, I don't agree, but I get it. They're like, valid. At least you said something to me, you know?
Yeah.
Even sometimes, too, I'll ask my clients for advice. A lot of my older girlies that are like my big sisters almost, I've asked them a lot of questions, and they help me a lot. Especially like if I was like having guy problems or something like that, they would always be like, girl, bye.
Yeah.
Like just like a sister, you know? Or even if like I was having problems with my family, like they would always like, you know, it's always good to hear something else, like a perspective, like some from the outside. Especially because like all my friends will tell me straight up, like if I was like being like a hard ass or something, like they'll never sugarcoat anything. But sometimes like because my clients are like they've had a little more experience in life, they'll tell me something different, and it's a lot of it will stand out to me. And sometimes I even use my clients' advice to share with my friends when they're going through it.
Yeah.
So it's the hard conversations I have also helped me with skill sets. Because I guess the hard conversation that I had from like personal lives helped me kind of navigate conversations to have that most people wouldn't want to have.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when people get into like the I believe in this and I believe in that, it's just like, oh, let's just not talk about it.
Yeah.
So no, let's talk about it. We'll talk about it. If you still don't agree, okay, that's fine. If you still don't agree and you're very hard and you still don't believe in what I believe and you disagree strongly and you want to take your business elsewhere, that's perfectly fine, because I wouldn't want to service people who have no empathy. And that's the hard part, is like, do you want their money or do you want morals?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's also, that's actually a good skill set, like very important skill set to have, because like if you think about it, you're in a small room and say you're talking about something and you guys get into kind of like an argument and like a standoff of like, all right, let's just stop talking about it. Now you have the option of staying there for another hour and have it be awkward silence, or you could actually just communicate.
I wouldn't know how to navigate that
you
awkward
could, like,
silence.
Yeah, so it's like if you know that about yourself, you've learned to how to navigate it and how to have those conversations while still making them feel comfortable.
It's like I can't be like, you're wrong and I believe in this. I'm like, well, this is how I believe it. And I always tell them like my family background, like my dad and my mom survived a war. I'll tell them like my grandpa's survived 2 wars. My mom was an orphan, like, you know, like all the sob stories. But I don't tell them right off the bat, because it's like, you know, like I feel like it's a little
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's like I don't want to trauma dump.
Yeah.
But also like I want you to understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Like to have a little empathy on others, because especially like immigrants, they go through a lot.
Mm-hmm. Just in general, people go through shit.
Like I was born here, I fucking go through a lot. But it's like I will tell them that, and then I'm like, well, and this is why I believe what I believe. And they'd be like, oh, okay. Sometimes clients will be like, well, you taught me how to do that. And I'm like, I taught you? They're like, yeah, you taught me in believing other things, like other, like, you know, rights and all that. Like, you taught me like all the empathy part of it, because again, like some people just think about the money. Some people just think about themselves. Some people just think about how they can thrive in the long run by themselves. Yeah. It's always just them. I've never had an argument with a client. I've had disagreements. I've had people who don't agree with me, but they still come back. Yeah. Because it's like, what I don't agree with, I'm not judging you. I don't care. What you do is what you do. At the end of the day, it's my business. Like, I have to do what's best for my business. But how is your Republican view going to affect my business? You're just a client, like, not you're just a client, but like, you know, like, it's not like I have to go out there and like, you know, fight on the front lines for something, or like, you know, like, it's not like I deal with a lot of like political, like life stuff. Yeah. I just believe in a lot of liberal things because of my family and what we've been through and what I see other people. I'm very empathetic. I'm very more empathetic than I should be. Like sometimes I'll cry about stupid shit all the time. Like having that skill set and like navigating that is I want to say it's hard is because outcome can go either way.
Yeah.
But it's the approach that you take it. If you're very soft with it and you want to talk to them about it, sometimes I'm like, you don't even need to talk about it. I've had clients cry when I was servicing them. I'm like, you don't need to talk about it if you don't want to. And they're like, no, this is like the perfect time because I can't see. So it's like, I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
So it's like, like people watching me cry, like I can't see your reaction. So it doesn't matter. I don't even know where I was going with this, but yeah, it's like, I've never had an argument, but clients definitely disagree. And it's about, I feel like a lot of people that come through my door are teaching me lessons or becoming a friend. Like everyone that goes through there is for a reason. Like I said, like I had clients and now I'm a part of their Thanksgiving spread.
Yeah.
I have clients like I just show up to like their work and just hang out. I have clients that invite me to game nights and I think that's what I take away the most is that like at the end of the day I do have good relationship with them. And if they don't agree with certain things, then they don't agree with certain things. It's life. My parents didn't agree with everything I did, and at the end of the day it all worked out. It's life.
Yeah. Also, like, by having a customer facing business, you're agreeing to like people with different views, different experiences are gonna walk through the door.
Especially like bartending taught me that. Especially bartending. Because I don't deal with assholes a lot because it's a hotel.
Yeah.
Like if I was in a club, maybe like because it's all like drunk assholes. The ones in a blue moon, yeah. But it's all different personalities. What's so sad though is that I work near Beth Israel.
Okay.
Which is a hospital.
Yeah.
And a lot of those guys who are regulars are like their spouses are in the hospital because they're in chemo. So I see them a lot.
Sheesh.
Yeah, and it's sad. Like one guy, he ordered like a brownie sundae and he like didn't want pecans on it, but the chef put pecans on it. So we remade it and we gave it to him for free. And he was like, you literally made my day. He was just like, my wife, she's in chemo right now and she's like, we need a budget better. You can't just keep spending money like on willy-nilly stuff, especially if you're just gonna go out for like a little sweet treat. Like, everyone goes out for a sweet treat. But he was like, you made my day. Like my wife was like giving me a little like hell about it. Like we should not be spending money like that. And he was just like, and you gave it to me for free. And we gave it to him for free because he had to wait because, he ordered it with no walnuts and then he came up with walnuts. But like stuff like that, I'm like, okay, like guys, like we can't be like, oh, we need to charge them for this and that. Like
just be human.
Yeah, be a little human, be a little empathetic. A lot of the times too, if I have a bad interaction, a lot of the people at the bar, when those people leave, they're like, we're so sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, good. It's not just me.
It's not in my head.
And sometimes people are like, you shouldn't be talking about shit about other customers to like your customers. I'm like, bro, they literally just experienced it with me.
It's in public.
Yeah, like I need someone to talk to like about this. Like, come on. Like, it's like, yes, I can go run and tell my friends, but they weren't there. Like, it's like now I have to set the scene and like, do all that. But they're just there and they know. And I'm like, sometimes it's crazy, but other times it's like you make small impacts and that's what matters. But the hotel has taught me, bartending has taught me that like to be more like how to talk to like different types of customers, because like I said, we have families that are going through chemo. I have people that are just corporate, I have people that go there, I don't even know, for like a bunch of different things, like, and they're regulars. Like I would never think that people would be regulars in hotels.
Yeah.
So that's like mind-boggling to me that I learned that when I was working there. All the different like personalities of like even what people are going through that taught me how to have those hard conversations, because now I'm bringing it into my 60 square foot space where again, no windows, and when I close the door for like the piece, it's like, okay, you're trapped in here now. Yeah. But it's taught me how to take those hard conversations into my small safe space and have those conversations with clients too, because I have clients that are like, oh, my husband is going through chemo. Yeah. And I know how to talk to them. throughout the experience of like experiencing that from like the bar.
Yeah.
Or like sometimes people just come like from like all over the place and they just shoot the shit with me. I had these guys from Texas that were like my age, and weed is not legal in Texas. So they were like asking me about a bunch of dispensaries and all that, and I was like, I can't really help you. I don't really smoke like that. But they were like having the time of their lives. Like, I've seen these grown ass kids live their best life. It was snowing and they got high, and outside the hotel you can see snow angels everywhere because they don't experience snow.
Yeah.
But like when I experience, like, because I don't service a lot of men, no men's really gonna get permanent makeup, no men's gonna get their eyelashes done. They might get like an eyebrow wax here and there, but it's rare for me. Now I know how to connect with like my clients, like partners. Like, you know, I know how to like talk to them a little more.
Yeah.
Sometimes too, like my clients' partners, they know me just as much as I know the client. You know, like even though they don't come and get serviced all the
Yeah.
time, like they're talking about me, I'm talking about them. Like, you know, like you said, like when I service AP, you go by? Okay. Even when I went to service her, like you already knew who I was.
Yeah.
You see? So basically, like even that I don't deal with a lot of men at the salon, the bar teaches me how to deal with that so I can connect better with my clients.
That's good. Think that you're talking to your younger self or somebody new to the industry. What's one piece of advice you'd give them about coming into the beauty industry?
You're gonna be broke. You're gonna be so fucking broke at first. When I was working my first job, to be totally like transparent, it's always commission based. I was making 40% of whatever I was bringing in, which is like normal.
Yeah.
But my paychecks would be like $300-$400 every 2 weeks. Yeah. So you're gonna be broke, and that's why nobody wants to. That's why everyone's like, my dad was like, don't do it, you're gonna be so broke. It's a long-term investment that you have to take account for. You can't just do it crazy all willy-nilly. Like I was living at home still, like I was still a stay-at-home daughter at that point. Like, so I could get by with the $300-$400. I was still serving too, so that was like not my only income. But you're gonna be really broke at first, and you have to prepare for that, because unless you go out and like, you know, open a business right off the bat, which some people do. I was not ready for that, which some people do, but you still have to take an account for like all the expenses.
Yeah.
So no matter what you do, you're gonna be broke.
Yeah.
It's something that you have to prepare for and know that it's going to take a while to get to where you want to be. Like I said, I'm not even where I want to be. I've been doing this for 4 years. Like, I'm still broke. Like, bro, my Lexus, I drive a Lexus, to be transparent. I only got it because someone hit my car. My windshield wipers right now, the rubber off of it is going fucking crazy. But I bought lash supplies instead of replacing that shit, okay?
Some shit you gotta do.
Some things you just gotta risk it.
That's just what you gotta do.
And you know what? I'm perfectly fine with it. I was fine up until this week because it was like raining all day. But you know what? Makeshift. I still haven't crashed, so I'm fine.
We're not condoning that, but you know.
I still can see, okay?
Yeah.
But it's like some things you have to pick and choose. Like, you know, like that's a real life circumstance. Like I had to choose between lash supplies or changing my windshield wipers. I probably should have changed my windshield wipers because we live in New England.
Yeah.
But I took that risk and bought lash supplies because I was not going to let my clients go without that.
Hey, that's good client service. It's good customer service.
But yeah, it's both of them. At first it started off with one going crazy, now both of it's going crazy. So hopefully my next paycheck from the hotel I can go and replace it.
Prayers up. All right, well, it was lovely having you here.
Thanks for having me, my first ever podcast.
Hey, she was a natural. You were a natural.
No, I was so nervous.
I think it was a great conversation. We learned a lot about you. I'm sure you also imparted a lot of knowledge. So
really?
Hopefully,
dang, I'm that important.
Hey, don't underestimate yourself.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
We'll see y'all next week. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment.
Bye. Thanks for listening.